4 p.m. Judy O'Donnell is absent, and this meeting is being recorded and broadcast, perhaps live as well. So be aware of all that comes with a meeting being held in the Slade Building on October 10th, 2023. Okay, review of the minutes from the September 26th meeting.
I didn't see anything.
I don't have a problem with the minutes themselves, other than like an update on 3B, the information in there.
Was that correct for that meeting?
I'm assuming that's what was said at that meeting?
Yeah.
Okay, but the information is not correct.
Okay,
So
so we'll correct it.
wait
Yeah,
until
we'll
we've
correct it.
approved it?
It's
Uh,
not correct.
The information that is going forward is to be updated, but that was what was presented at the meeting.
Yes,
So,
as far as I
yes,
know.
if there's an error in what we thought was correct,
Okay, I'll
we'll
wait.
correct it on the correct, as we go through the subject.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see anything else, it looked okay. Oh, so maybe Judy tried to submit it online, is that what it said? Judy filled out the order form?
Mhm,
Yes.
she
and-
did try.
And sent in, but it doesn't submit
Correct.
electronically. Right.
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, I make a motion to approve the minutes as written. Do I hear a second?
I wasn't here for this, so
Oh,
I
I'll
probably
second.
shouldn't.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes approved, as written.
Yeah, and I wasn't able to watch it, so I'm not really sure they're
Good one.
correct.
All right, let's see the official copy.
Do you wanna do it, Guy?
I would like to, not follow our current agenda and just move to, is this for 1 Main Street?
Yes.
We'll move up to 1 Main Street, for a second review. Get things moving here. The concern in the previous was, that possibly a perk test needed to be done. That was my concern, because it'd been so long. However, Phil Ledger, our sanitarian, he and I had a conversation, and based on that it would be in the exact location that it was previously, and that there has been no change to the property during that time, that we did not, under mass law, need to have the owner do a second perk test. So which I informed Phil by phone, let him know as soon as we had that discussion, so that he's not spending money he doesn't need to spend. And here's the proposed
So
septic.
that's the supplemental, that's a previous design which actually called out the location of the well, that you also called.
Yes, we also,
Question.
okay,
So
good.
that has the dimensions for the well. I had an application for a well permit that I filled
Oh,
out, but I
okay.
didn't get to you.
Yep.
So I don't know if that's part of this,
So
I can take it, do you have a check, Phil?
for 85, you
Yep,
said?
80,
80. I'll make it one.
okay.
So this plan is a duplicate of this one.
So that's a previous plan.
Okay,
Um,
it just shows the well location.
Was it under the 100 feet?
Right,
Okay.
there's a slight variance. requested. The required alternative is 90 feet instead of 100 because of the lot size and lot location. The well is far enough off the road that that concern about where it's gonna be is okay, based on easements and everything else that you might run into and so forth, and being in far enough off the edge of the road. So that concern that I think I brought up at the last meeting, that's been handled, that's documented in this original engineering plan. This is the new, these are the ones we looked at the last meeting that Phil has approved.
Okay, so he approved it the way it is.
Yes, and then I had questions about it, and asking about where the well would be and so on. Because it wasn't stated on this one, but it is on this one, showing the property lines.
Yeah, I mean, it showed the well, but it didn't put all the dimensions
Right.
to call it out
Yes.
clearly,
Here to here
so.
the well was.
Yeah, it's on this
But not
original
the original
document
one, says it.
that Phil has
Okay.
submitted.
So that was the question, and then about
When did you bring this copy in?
Thursday.
Last week, Thursday?
Thursday, I think.
What date would that have been?
5th?
So does that mean they have to apply for a variance, or is it the 5th? Or can Phil just sign off on that?
No, we approved the variance. He did
Oh,
sign off on it.
We do. So Phil said it's okay.
Yes, based on the way, the type of septic system being put in and the location of the well and the site. He approved it as is.
Here.
Yeah, what wasn't there was the
90 feet from
distance, the
here.
distance is on the original.
What did
plan.
the distance end up being?
It's
From this-
13 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So I
The old
documented
well.
on there that, so it's clear,
Mm-hmm.
no mistakes down the road.
Yeah, so it's being moved over here.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be more mistakes.
As few as possible. I'll give you that. Official minutes.
Oh, here it is existing well. This is the well right there. It's to be abandoned. And that's just the road limit, do you wanna see? I feel like I would go ahead with this.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. I don't know. If Phil says okay. I guess it's okay. That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
I can go in there, get a copy later. Okay, I make a motion that, we approve the One Main Street, septic plans. Now that we have answered all the questions that I brought up at the last meeting. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, I will take time to sign off on that. Okay, he signed there. All right. I guess I'll sign here. that one. Alright, while I'm signing this off, would you give us, Laurie, an update on the flu clinic and the corrections?
Oh,
You
yeah.
said we need to do.
Yep. All right. So it had said that the COVID vaccine was free for everyone. That's not the case anymore. As of September, they're not doing that any longer. It's not provided free. So if people are saying they went to a pharmacy and they were charging them either a copay or whatever, that's accurate. And that's a thing.
Okay.
Okay, but what they're doing now is they do have the bridge program, and I noticed that Judy talked about that. But the bridge program is not for flu, it is only for COVID. It's COVID only. So right now, most people, if you went for a COVID booster, your private insurance, Medicare and Medicaid are gonna cover it 100% normally. Some private insurances give you a copay. And in that instance, if you need help, they call that underinsured.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not insured or underinsured, then the bridge program applies, but you have to go to a place that is working with the government to do that. So that means CVS, Walgreens, and the community health centers. It's like we have two in Gardner and
Mhm.
Fitchburg and Leominster. So you can use this bridge program and get the COVID booster for free if you go to one of them, but they have to, they decide your eligibility when you get there. So they're gonna say, do you have any insurance? And if you don't, then they're gonna say, okay, then you're covered under the bridge program, and they'll give you the shot and not charge you.
Mm-hmm.
But if you went to Walmart and your insurance said there was a copay for the COVID shot, you're gonna pay it. Yes?
But you don't pay the whole price.
You would if you were uninsured. So if you went to Walmart and you're uninsured, you're paying the full price for the COVID shot.
So Walmart is the place that does not
That's
use
right,
the
they're
bridge
not
program.
using the bridge program.
Okay.
So I.
Is there a
I-
list of places that have, that
Yes,
use
and,
the
and,
program?
and I did print this out, the CDC, you can have this, I just printed it offline.
Oh, okay.
But if it's like vaccine.gov, blah, blah, and you can look it up and it tells you all the places and how far they are from you.
Oh,
You put
okay.
your zip code in.
Mhm.
But honestly, it's just Walgreens and CVS.
Oh,
and-
okay.
And community health centers.
Oh, okay.
So that's, so like if you went to the Walgreens in Holden, you could use the bridge program there.
Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
but most of the private insurances are covering it in full. Most are, in
Mhm.
Medicare and Medicaid.
Okay.
So,
And this is
that's
only COVID, not the flu.
only
Okay.
COVID, yes, it's only COVID. And children are always covered. The pediatric vaccines, there's the Vaccine for Children program, so they're always covered for free.
Okay.
But if you're 18 and over, then you would need this bridge program.
Okay.
If you're not
Not
insured
insured,
or
yeah.
underinsured is what they call it,
Okay.
underinsured. Yeah, but like, we have 2 Walgreens in Gardner, we have a CVS, and there's 2 CHC sites. So, I mean, it's not like you couldn't have access to
Mhm.
the program.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just, I was reading that and I'm like, that's not right. And it does not cover flu.
But I think at the time, last meeting, it was, what Judy had said was.
Yeah, it says the bridge covers flu, is what I read through this, and it doesn't.
Mhm.
It
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, and people, if they're saying that they're being charged, that's probably why, is because it's not free anymore.
Mhm. Mhm.
It is, yeah, see this, it's become commercial, so it's commercial market.
Oh, okay.
So it's no longer being provided by the government to these places and said, hey, hand this out for free.
Mm-hmm.
They've switched it over to a commercial market, and that's
Okay.
why.
Okay.
But as of September 2023. I wanted to give you this too. I had to fill out an application, to use, for the vaccine clinic, to use the gym. It's a new Quabbin form, and so I made a copy of it, and I figured we should probably keep it because I put the day we're gonna want it and all that.
Mhm.
So is this something you want me to keep? Is this something Nancy
I'll
should keep?
keep it.
Goes in the
I meant to staple it, and I did
That's
it.
okay.
But
That's okay.
that's what I turned into the Hubbardston Center School.
Okay.
Janice took that, and she reserved the gym for us for that day.
Okay.
I also had the
Thank you.
the school nurse.
Thanks very much.
Sorry to hold you up.
Raya is, she's sending out a monthly newsletter from her health office. And so I had her put something in it to send home to the families and kids about the vaccine clinic, so she's putting that in there. And I think I told you guys the last time I had the senior center put it into theirs too.
Yes, in the flyer.
You haven't been contacted by Victoria Seltzer, have you? No. I haven't either, and she said she was gonna get me the stuff a month prior.
Mhm.
So we're,
Do.
yeah,
Past, yeah.
yes. So I emailed her today, and I didn't get a response back, but I said, hey, looking for that, you know. I don't know if she's just gonna, like, email me a flyer or something, and we have to, like, print it out and pass it out, or how that even actually is gonna work, but I wasn't
Mhm.
able to get in touch with her today.
Okay.
So that's that stuff. And there was something else. Oh, I took a bunch of COVID test kits. I think you were there when I went and grabbed the box,
Mhm.
but I just got them to her today because I've been
Mhm.
gone. So I got the school some more COVID testing kits. She had gone through all of hers. But they only had one COVID positive student last week and one this week.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like she's had, what did she say? 3 or 4 strep throats, so that's actually bigger than anything else. A couple of flus. My daughter had the flu while I was gone on vacation. And they've had one hand, foot, and mouth. I hate that one. That's horrible. But like the COVID numbers are not huge. They're
Good.
not huge.
It's good
I don't
to
know if
hear.
that's just
Very
because
good to
people are
hear.
getting vaccinated and, you know, or they're just not testing anymore, I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, but Raya said someone in her family just had COVID too, and she's been testing herself. I'm like, well, yeah, you don't want the nurse to have COVID. Let's see, do I have anything else about the clinic to share with you guys? I told you, she said it wasn't gonna cost the town anything through MPHN. Oh, and I did attend that virtual meeting through
Oh, good.
MPHN. And it was a good thing I did too, because if I hadn't been on there, then we wouldn't have had a quorum, we couldn't have voted on buying the COVID vaccine.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Thank
Yeah.
you for listening to that.
Yeah, no
It's good to
problem,
do it.
so
I
they're
could get
going,
on.
they're going to
Honest.
buy it, and it's going to cost, $89,000 to buy the COVID vaccine, and they're hoping to get it reimbursed.
As a grant. They've applied.
Well,
for
yeah,
it.
and through insurance too.
Yeah.
So when they give the shots, they're gonna take insurance cards if people have them and try and get reimbursed, but yeah. But it did pass, we voted, it passed, so they're getting the vaccine.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thanks for listening to that.
No, but it was relatively quick. It wasn't too bad.
Good.
And I don't know if I told you, they are gonna have pediatric doses, for age 5 and up. And they will have the high dose for 65 and over. So, I just gotta like get the stuff, and then I figure I need to like, I don't know, I probably need to let the, should I let the fire department know that we're running a clinic? Just in case they got like a call or something to, if somebody was going down
Something
or.
happened.
Yeah, just to give them like a heads up.
Sure, you can send them an email.
Alright, alright,
Let them be aware that it's being held.
yeah.
Not that, they need to be
Yeah.
present, however,
No.
in the rare case that there might be.
Yeah, it's more like somebody, you know, faints or something
Mhm.
from the, you know, just the
Anxiety.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, people
But,
think from the
yep,
shots,
just so that they're aware.
but, okay,
That would be
alright.
nice. It's a
Okay.
good communication thing to do.
Yeah, alright.
Thanks.
So I'll do
That'd be
that.
great.
Alright.
Thanks for taking this on.
Yeah, no problem. I just didn't know if there was anything else. Who do we ask about having it put on the electronic signs?
Well, the police department does the sign up, that is still up there, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's one at the rec field and
And
there's
then
one at the little
Katie
gazebo
Young.
here.
Katie Young does that, I believe, she does that sign.
So maybe I can get a hold of her and have her throw it on there. Cause we're only like, what are we, 3 weeks out? It's the
Mhm.
10th, that's the second. 21, yeah, it's just a
Mhm.
little over 3 weeks
Mhm.
out. Okay. And I figured depending on how Victoria sends us the flyers with the, you know, the information on it, I mean, if we have to print them out, is that something we can do in the Board of
Mhm.
Health office?
Mhm.
Alright,
Yeah.
and then maybe I can schlep them to like the library, the senior center, maybe take some to the school, the old Mr. Mike's, whatever it's called
And
now.
then, like you said, an email blast type of
Yes,
thing.
oh,
too.
yes, so we need to reach out to,
Oh, who does the email thing? Oh, is that, you mean
I
like the
think-
phone thing, the?
no, an
No,
e-blast.
like an e-blast, like.
They had one come out about the primary, came
Yeah,
out yesterday
mhm.
about the primary vote today.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
Do we know who does that?
I believe it might be Nate or Tony.
yeah, send it to, Nate for an e-blast.
So Nancy, you're gonna do that? Or do you
I
want me
just,
to?
I need the information, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
I'm
send a
hoping
little,
Victoria's
Right,
gonna
so we're
get it
just
to
gonna
me.
get that from the flyer.
well,
Yeah.
basically, we
It's
can
just the
say,
date, the times, and,
yeah,
yeah,
You
and
know
where,
that
and the
already.
location.
so that part can go out now, and it's for flu, COVID, from,
Flu and COVID, yeah,
yeah,
both.
ages 5 and up.
Yes.
That's basically what people need to know.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's at the Hubbardson Center School, and it's, 5 to 7:30?
That's what I
believe
thought.
so, it was on here.
So the e-blast, the 3 ways.
5 to 7:30.
Yeah.
Yes, 5 to 7:30 in the gymnasium,
Well, we don't need, yeah, just the
and people should bring
elementary,
their insurance cards.
oh, yeah, bring insurance.
And a shirt that's accessible, oh my god. The things
Yeah.
people wear to a vaccine clinic, a turtleneck, going, oh, man, and then they don't wanna, you know, they don't wanna take it one arm out, because then they're all exposed, and it's like, it's just.
Well, you can put that in something else, but that's not going on
The sign?
the signs.
Dress appropriately.
Wear accessible clothing.
Okay.
All right, so, yeah, I just didn't
Excellent.
know if there was any, should we
Do we
bother?
have it on the website yet or not?
No.
Okay, website, so we have 4 places. So we have the electronic board up there, which we think is being handled by Katie. We have the police electronic board, we have an e-blast, probably Nate and or, well, we can send it to Nate and let him. And then website, town website. So that needs to go to, Candace.
Yep.
So those are the 4 ways of reaching out very easily to most
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
Are they, did you say that, I thought I heard you say that the principal's putting it on the info to the school or not?
Raya put it out on her monthly newsletter. So she sends something home from the health office
Okay,
to parents and kids, and I'm
So-
assuming that's electronic?
I think it's part of the newsletter, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, so
Um,
that it should go out to families that way. I mean, I can't see sending home a piece of paper with all
No.
the kids.
no, they
That's-
don't do that
No.
anymore.
I know, cause they don't, it never gets to anybody anyway.
Right,
It
right.
sits in the bottom of the backpack for a month and, yeah.
Okay, so we,
Yeah.
that's 5 different ways we're reaching out to the town.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like I said, if we can print up some of those flyers, I can just take a few and stick them certain places around town.
Correct.
Okay, alright, sounds good to me. I really am gonna have to email her again now tomorrow if she's not
Yeah, if it's,
getting
even
back
if
to
it's
me.
just a simple page, and we can put it,
Yeah, cause I mean,
the
that's.
stores on the one side of the street, the gas station, Pizza Palace, you know, all those
Yeah,
places like that, they'll put them up for sure,
yeah,
because it's benefit to everybody, so,
Mhm.
yeah,
library, senior
Alright.
center again,
yeah,
that kind of thing.
alright, I'll show up around and do that.
Thank you.
No problem. The sooner she gets in touch with me, the better.
Okay, we okay to move to Title V reports / perk tests?
Mhm. So this came in just as I was leaving today, so.
All right,
it's
not on the
in
list.
red.
add to the list, or the only one?
That's the only one.
So we have one that came into the office today,
Yeah, which is.
from 36 Main Street, and it's a Title V. And it was approved by the person. It's approved by Mark Machete. Take a quick look. The type of establishment is an office.
I think that's that little building right before the fire station,
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I'm not sure. I am not sure. One point, I thought they didn't have anything there.
I thought it was a tight tank, yeah. I think at one point, Tiny Toes and Little Bo's Photography was in the, I think, the time it was a tight tank.
I'm not sure where 36 Main is exactly. Okay.
Which side of the road would that be?
The other side, right, because one is the green building.
Okay, yeah.
So that's the email you would ask me to send to both campgrounds, and I think she replied, and she brought up something.
And then this is their record.
Yes.
Awesome. Just email her back and say thank you.
I got this.
It is the little,
It's that little thing.
yeah, right? 'Cause there's down there. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, is that the fire station?
Okay. Maybe send another reminder to Ron Burton.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yep.
Okay.
so the design flow is 110 gallons per
Which is good. And that's okay.
day. Well water. I didn't think they even had a septic in there. Unless he, 1,500 gallons they emptied, could that be a tight tank? No. 1,500.
Well, a regular tank. He would have written in if it was something unusual.
Oh, tight tank, it is.
It is, there it is.
It is right there.
There you go, you got it.
Okay, so he emptied the tight tank and did a Title V and it passed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which means they need to empty that periodically.
How
Yes.
often? I guess it depends.
A lot of
If
times
If
it's-
it's a business who's using it, it's not like there's laundry going
Could
through
be
it,
once
there's
a
no
month,
showers
it could be
going through
once every
it.
2 months.
Yeah.
So it's just literally washing hands and flushing a toilet every once in a while, right? So it's probably good for a while.
Okay.
Alright. Well, anyway.
Oh, I need to
I'm gonna
sign
page
off
of this
now.
now that I think. Cause I remember, Tiny Toes and Little Bo's Photography is my daughter-in-law. It's the
Yeah.
only reason why I knew that, I thought that was a
It's a
tight
cute
tank.
little building.
Yeah, it is cute.
Okay, while she's looking through that, we also got the, water test results and the pool water record, from Peaceful Acres. They followed through on our email request and it looks great. So we have that for the records.
Right.
It's nothing significant other than, here it is. It looks fine. I don't think we approved, I'll note that we reviewed it.
Yes, we reviewed it this weekend. I still need to get my stamp.
I can still write. When I can't write, then you get the stamp.
Yeah.
And so I've asked Nancy to send her a little thank you note email, because she responded quite timely. It was great. Okay. Takes care of that. And reviewed this. Next item would be, are there wastewater tests?
No.
No wastewater tests, okay. And then item number 7 is permits to be voted on, signed. We have one for Jeremy Kelly, an installer. Is he resident of Hubbardston? Where is his business located? Doesn't say.
It was through, I think
Doesn't
it's
say.
through, I think it's through, I think Alan Crane may have something to do with it because he wrote the check.
Well, there should be an address on there and it's not.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have the address.
When did that come in?
On the 2nd.
Would you accept me signing that if we get the proper mailing address to keep it moving forward?
Sure.
And then the rest of, everybody can sign it at the next meeting.
So the only difference is that if he lives in town, or if it's
Well-
in town, then we have to make sure everything's up to date.
It has been signed off by the treasurer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, so
However,
there's nothing to-
however, we don't have an address of the installer. If there's ever a concern, we need an address and phone number of the installer. Okay, and we don't have that.
Okay.
So,
I think he just misdid it and I didn't pay attention to it.
That's
'cause
okay.
It says address of owner of company and he said the site is on Wombat Road, so.
right, but that's the wrong information.
Right.
So, yes, the
I don't
installers.
have anything else.
Right, so we'll just, I'll, if it's, comes in the next week,
I'll call him.
I'll sign it once it's corrected, and then we will, everyone else can finalize the approval at the next meeting,
Sure.
filling in the blanks, but that would let them go forward with any projects, without holding them up, as long as we get all the correct information
Right.
on the form.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't happen till the next meeting, well then, we'll all sign it together at the next meeting. Okay, there's that. Oh, that reminds me, I need a one-day food permit for the, we have a food permit, a one-day food permit, for the Hubbardston Police Department, for the Halloween party to be held on October 31st. There is no fee for the police department, and as per tradition, I will be the ServSafe person as to check in that everything has been, temperatures have been checked and so forth, like we do for any one-day permits. I'll make make sure that everything's A-okay, like I have been for the last few years.
What do they serve?
Hot dogs,
Oh, cool.
yep, and usually the hot dogs are prepared in the past, I won't say where they get them from now. In the past, John at Rieta Ranch, gets them and provides them and
Oh, that's
And-
nice.
donate and stuff, and then they just have the hot utensil warmers, the hot dog warmers and stuff right there. And it's great. And they're good hot dogs. So I make a motion, we approve the 1-day permit.
That's like it.
Okay, we'll sign off on it. And the fee has been waived, just so we have a record of that in the minutes. For the next meeting, I have to bring one in for the Hubbardston Historical Society's Thanksgiving Day Farmers Market, which is the Sunday before Thanksgiving every year. I gotta remember to,
What season?
a 1-day permit.
Oh, okay, so for,
Hubbardston Historical Society's Thanksgiving Farmers Market. It's Sunday, November, I think that's the 19th. And, yeah, so I need to, we need to bring that to the next meeting for that activity. Okay.
we did one Main Street.
Yep, we took care of that. 31 Cross Road
So
under,
this one just came in and Phil came, and he came in and reviewed that.
okay, this is a septic repair. I love that check. Cause it just keeps things in order.
Well, you don't forget anything.
Soil suitability test, okay.
So it was a Title V and it failed and now it's being repaired, or they just didn't bother with Title V and just repaired unknown issue?
I'm not sure if it just came in today.
Okay. Holy moly. You can start looking at the first half of the folder. It's like, there are 4 things in there.
Stuff always makes my head spin. Dwelling, showers, repair subsurface sewage disposal system. So it sounds like the leach failed. Okay. Number of persons, so 3. So 3 people living in that house, whatever that means, people served. Feels like
Oh.
McDonald's.
Where
3
does
billion
this say
served.
31 Cross Road,
Or replacement
Right
of
here,
the existing
that's-
system.
Mount Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
Cross, Templeton.
Leach field. Okay. Proposed upgrade is
Interesting.
voluntary.
I know that name, and it's so bugging me as, oh, so this is just multiple copies.
I believe so.
Water.
Oh, great. One, two.
Size, square feet.
Here you go.
Yeah, must be a leach field.
And he
Size
did
of
sign
the
them all
leach
and
field.
Yeah.
submitted them all.
So is
Here
this
you
the
go.
sub? the
Here's
sub of the
a
individual
chart,
Yeah.
diagram. Not a chart.
Involving a sub something system.
Oh, the whole thing.
There it is.
Oh. He's gonna be going through it later, go, what?
Okay.
It's all right. You can email me and go, hey, guess what? This is what I found. Oh. Is it least 4 feet after correct?
So there, we have lots of plans from those guys. Okay. I think I'll just start signing.
Existing septic tank or condition
It's only like
warrants.
5 copies.
That's what Phil was saying, that's a lot of copies.
Do you guys see any, do you see any errors in the plan? I don't so far.
It's an existing 3-bedroom. And that's where the leach field is now, or that's where they're proposing to move it to. And is this a new D-box and everything, or are they,
So that looks like it's the existing, right? And they're saying they might replace it?
place existing septic tank if condition warrants? So that's the existing?
Right.
What?
I think so, or.
Wouldn't they have gone like this though, and put the D-box in here somewhere and then, like why,
Oh, right,
you know what I'm saying, to the old system?
Yeah, cause they wouldn't have.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they just didn't put the old box on. Where is the well? Whoa.
Yep.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'd say that's a good distance, because 108 to the proposed leach field, yeah, so that's a little closer. And 157 to the septic tank. Yeah. Okay. Good to me. Maybe the system's just old.
Yeah.
Maybe it's some backup times or something. It's an expensive thing. We wouldn't do it unless you had it.
Right.
You're requesting a variance?
Where?
Local upgrade approval.
Yeah.
I see it.
The little bug, yeah, he's like flipping around. High ground water at bottom of system to 3 feet.
So what is it supposed to be?
So Phil hasn't approved these yet?
Yeah,
Or
he
did?
has.
He did? Okay.
The difference is 1 foot.
It's supposed to be 4 feet.
To the best of my knowledge.
Oh, nice.
Did you meet your step?
No, I was gonna have to do a one-on-one tomorrow in the Gardner Public Schools, and not nice, this child is sick. But he's gonna be out tomorrow, so I don't have to go in and do a one-on-one all day. I'm thrilled. I'm a horrible person. Somebody's gonna strike me down. Okay, yeah, so I guess if Phil's saying that's okay, then,
Based on what I see in the soil sampling that they had done, it looks okay to me.
okay, at least she knows.
She knows her.
I know dirt, cause I'm a farmer.
I know dirt. She
And
knows her
because
elevated
several-
dirt.
Because several of all these folks that I would go out and, when I was acting as a witness, they educated me as well.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going in only as a witness when we had no one to do that, for a couple years, and,
You do learn, you do.
well,
with
yes, you're standing there for a perk test and such for hours, so you learn all about it, and you watch how they record everything, and, after you've seen a few, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it all, the pieces come together.
Yes. And I'm not certified in it at all, and I don't claim to be. Oh, you wanna call that up? What is in the rest of that folder? Where'd it go?
Told you.
It looks like that the soils are such that it would probably be okay.
So it's just because it's high groundwater?
And part of that could be because of the wet summer we've had this year.
Oh, and the wet fall?
It has continued, instead of only 12 weeks, like in 2022, we had 12 weeks of drought and then it broke. We are going for an all-time record of 16. Getting close to it.
Wow.
And we had a shower again today. We didn't
Yeah,
even make it to just
small
twice a week, because it's gonna be rain on Saturday, so this will be 3 times this week. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad I'm not a farmer.
know.
Poor Kathy. Oh.
It's always something.
It is.
Yeah, the life of
but
a
that affects all of these
Every-
things.
yeah.
It affects all of us,
Yeah.
in different ways. Okay, under old business, nursing position,
I didn't receive anything. from
I
anybody.
did not, I'm still having computer issues, which, fingers crossed, will be worked out before the end of the week.
Is this, you were the one who had the,
Original document.
okay.
Which I can't, my old computer and the new computer, so I found someone that's helping me, and hopefully by the end of Thursday night,
Okay.
everything will be on the new computer. So, yes.
Okay.
And then we can move forward, so
We'll
I'm
get
asking
there.
that we table the, discussion on the nursing position till I can send that original, copy out to everyone along with a modified one before the next meeting.
Weather and a bad computer. You're really batting 1,000 here, right?
Oh, sure, and I had, low hemoglobin for a month and a half, it's coming back up now. Yeah, it's been a great year for Kingsley, let me tell you.
Things can only get better. Mm.
So, they are getting better.
Okay, all
The plants are just dying at this point, and it's fall, so that's one way of saying they're getting better.
right.
Okay, that's not on the agenda, that's just an aside comment, folks.
Hey, we're entitled to veer off a little bit once in a while.
All right. The next item is just a general, SOP regarding, complaints. And, I couldn't even
And this
open
is the
this.
draft, right?
Couldn't.
Nope, that's how bad my situation had gotten, so give me a minute to review.
I just had one question on this, when we're ready.
We keep a record of the complaints, correct, Nancy?
Yes.
And is it kept
it's just,
So if we got a
It's a
complaint
standard
for
form.
123 Main Street, that's
Mhm.
made up.
Mhm.
And could we then look it up and say, has this address had any other similar complaints in the past? And I'm saying, like, can we have a history of?
I believe there may be some files, I haven't had a chance to look.
Okay. 'Cause that might be
The
useful.
complaint folder, there is one up for every year, as much as we have them. Have they been in an Excel sheet where you can look back and see? Nancy is now starting Excel sheets of a lot of the documentation that's going in and out of the department. But if it was done, it was lost when,
Mallory's computer went down.
yes, when the computer went down and anything that was on the computer,
Yeah.
disappeared.
But we could physically look into.
Yes.
Yes, we have physical
files, but that's a
paperwork.
pain in the neck. I'm just
No, I don't
asking
think so. I
because,
think you could
like,
find-
say you had the same person making the same complaint against the same home or business owner over and over and over. That would just be a useful piece of information to have.
Oh, yeah.
Prior
And-
to
and-
going out or to,
Oh, yes.
you know, or if there were 3 separate
Mm.
people all making the same complaint about
Right.
a business or home or whatever.
Correct.
That's just useful to have before you would
How- does
go
the
out
See
there.
it, right, right.
Right, it's
Mhm.
just kind of that, the history of it, or a little bit of background might be
Right.
hugely helpful.
Right. Correct.
I mean, keeping that information, how confidential is that if we're putting it on?
An Excel
So,
sheet?
Yeah, does that still?
that's within the department.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
it
Board of
doesn't
Health Department.
go out, it doesn't go on the website,
Okay.
No, it's
just-
not for
It's just
that.
for us, like I said,
So-
to have
It would be no
access
different
to.
than if we
So-
had a file in
A
the
file,
drawer,
like paper, yeah.
and our
Yeah.
office is locked.
Yeah, so it's not accessible to anyone, it would just be more for our information.
Correct.
'Cause you know, I mean, board members change a lot,
Mhm,
and,
mhm.
and for somebody next year to go and, I'm
Right.
just saying I think that's important to have that history
Mhm.
behind
Yes.
what's going on.
Since I have been approved as inspector for the last few years, at our January meeting, although this year I think it was February, I think I forgot to bring it up for the January meeting. That sort of thing I'm aware of because it's consistency in the inspector,
Yeah, 'cause you've been doing it.
right?
So you would know.
If that changes, then going forward, if we have a little Excel sheet, which also gives us a year-end summary of how many complaints were received and so on and so forth, then if someone else becomes the reviewer / inspector of this kind of thing, it'll be easier for anyone down the line to be able to say, oh, there was one in such and such year, we'll go back to that folder. Because
Yeah,
as
what
of right
happened?
now, we do save these complaints for at least 5 years, at this point. How long we save them can be changed, but we've been hanging on to all this stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten rid of anything, for good or bad.
That's right.
Nah, don't go there.
My question is,
Yes.
where the training and education, is there specific training on confidentiality and effective communication that's happening, or is that just sort of a blanket, like?
So, training, for confidentiality has to go with as a Board of Health person,
Mhm.
you know, you go through that whole.
The ethics training.
The ethics training, so that covers that. And, any future additional communication techniques, there are, again, similar, programs available from the state that are related to communication. So it's just something you can do online
Mhm.
if you're an inspector, so,
I I love this kind of stuff that really lays out
Yes.
what's supposed to happen. It's just if somebody were to come in and say, what is this? You know,
Mhm.
it's just nice to know that
Yeah.
where it is available.
So one of the things that, this is just a general way to handle it.
Mhm.
Now, according to the town lawyer, if a complaint comes in, it can be listed, on our agenda, including an address. Remember, she said including an address.
Yeah, because first it was no and then it was yes, so it is
However,
yes.
If we are going to do any discussion about the item of complaint or
Mhm.
action to be taken,
Mhm.
then we need to, as our operating plan, notify the owner at the complaint site, whatever that address is,
Mhm.
and then let them know that it would be coming up for the next meeting.
Oh, before it's put on the agenda?
No,
The address can be stated, but if we're gonna discuss it, such and such, then
Yeah.
we need to notify going forward. This is the way I think is best for the owners, is to notify them that, we received a complaint and we plan to discuss it at the next meeting. So it wouldn't be
so if they wanted
dis-
to be here
So
or-
if a complaint comes in for a cannabis, we will acknowledge that we've gotten a complaint, I will look it over, and if we need to discuss it, we won't discuss it tonight, we will discuss it at the next meeting. So
Gotcha.
that we can notify whoever is the land person.
So
If it's a
when-
site.
When a complaint comes in,
Right, we are
About-
to recognize that it came in. We can do that on the agenda,
okay,
but if we're going to really discuss it on the air, we
Gotcha.
need to notify, I feel, this is what I feel along with Nate, that we should notify them before we hold any discussion.
That
So it's a
makes
two-step
perfect sense.
process in a way.
So my confusion comes where, say tomorrow, you get a complaint for something, you get a complaint, and you tell the inspector. Do you then have to wait
No.
until our next meeting to
No.
put it on the agenda and we say,
No.
okay, go out
No.
and check that out?
No.
So we, as a board,
No.
we don't have to give you permission to go check it.
That would
You're the
be-
inspector, you can just go out anytime.
Correct.
That would be
It's,
the
Without
initial
our-
assessment
that's
there.
that goes under the
Okay.
initial assessment,
All
that's
right.
what,
So you receive the complaint, you go out and.
In a timely manner.
Investigate.
if necessary, or reach out to the property owner, whatever it might be.
Okay.
Uh,
But then you put it on the agenda
that
for the next meeting.
that it
And in
was
the meantime,
received.
you've already talked to them.
We either talk to them in person, and if we think there's gonna be a discussion, we invite them to the meeting.
Okay.
So
What's
on,
the
under cannabis
escalation?
today complaint, we've received one, we're not gonna discuss it at this time until, we reach out to whichever location it is. And then we would invite them to come, but they can listen in. We do need, the lawyer said at the open meeting law, we do not necessarily have to allow them to speak necessarily, but they are to be invited so that they can witness anything.
The process.
Anything,
Discussion.
any of the discussion that would go on.
Okay, but they don't have to come.
No, they don't have to come. That's their choice, but we will notify them.
Okay, and the person that made the complaint, do they ever have to be informed of the outcome of all this?
Yes, as a courtesy, we're trying to make sure that happens. I mean, I think I can think of one right now that slipped through the process of notifying them,
Okay, all
right? But that's part of a resolution of a complaint, is that you reach out. That's the logical conclusion.
right, okay.
But I can think of one where I don't think I did that, so I need to follow up.
All right.
Are you looking for
Yeah.
any edits on this?
If it needs to be edited, yeah.
There's just some numbers at the bottom, 5 and 6, and nothing else is numbered.
Oh, sure. Yep, let's remove that.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so there are
Is it
4.
5 and 6?
There are 4 things. Yeah, there's introduction and.
Oh, we
yeah.
don't have to have any numbers.
But no, yeah, I don't think you need numbers. And again, this might be another opportunity to have like a little checklist or something, you know, or like some specific, it's not on the form, right, the complaint form, or is it, is there a spot on there?
For
that-
what?
For like the resolution
Oh,
or the
yes.
follow-up or the writing, it's on there?
Oh, yeah.
I should know it, but I
Yeah,
printed
did you
it out
just
before I
pull
went
that?
on vacation.
Yes.
And it's all gone right out of my head.
Yes, there is.
Okay,
So the process.
yeah.
That's part of the original complaint forms that we.
Well, that's a very
The original
specific
one,
odor,
because this
that's
is
a
just
very,
odor.
Right.
yeah, that's a specific odor complaint,
Right.
it could be any kind of
Right.
complaint, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
we did revise that other one.
It still had resolution on it, though.
Yes.
Okay,
So-
and that's more an internal, document for
Yeah.
when,
Yeah, because some things
yeah, and then you could.
might only require a drive-by.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Okay.
So, any other questions or thoughts about all of this?
No, I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, I
And
think
I
we
wanna
needed
say
something more.
I wanna thank Nate for taking the time to write this out for us.
Yeah.
Because I've been extremely busy and didn't have time to do it, and I didn't have a computer that would allow me to do it. So I wanna thank Nate, and I would like to, make a motion that we approve this without the numbers 5 and 6 in it. Do I hear a second?
Well, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it's approved.
Yeah, I think we needed something a little more formal for that process, I think, yeah.
Right. I mean, this is everything I do, but to have it in a formal thing as an SOP
Yeah.
is great.
And
Yeah.
something to fall back onto, especially this confidentiality piece where like, we're not giving out their addresses and.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, because even the lawyers were going back and forth on, you know, can we put the address, can't we put the address,
Under this, it depended on the situation, is
Mhm.
what it came down to.
Yeah.
So, okay, fall vaccination advertising sheets.
You would just ask me to put this to this meeting. You said put it on the agenda for this meeting.
Oh, right.
It was really just flyers.
Yes, so under, PHCC, there's, a toolkit. And you can get, we can do, there's flyers for this kind of stuff.
Are they all the same? Oh, no, they're not.
Oh, they're multiple pages.
COVID, but I think I just saw these today when I was on that site where I printed that thing off, I
Oh.
gave you about the,
Mhm.
the,
So I
Yeah.
just,
And some of them
program.
are in Spanish.
so I was
there's
thinking,
a lot of stuff on the website.
so what I was thinking is that we could put that on our website. What do you think?
Yeah.
Like as a graphic
Oh, these are all Spanish.
or a link to them or as a graphic.
I think as a graphic,
Yeah, I think it's great.
cause, you know, sometimes you try and do a link and you don't get through.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah, these don't print out very well, it's like off the page, but,
Yeah.
But where
Yeah,
they
just
came
that it's-
from, as a graphic
Yeah.
onto the website, our section of the website, under one of those subsections.
On the left.
Yeah, on the left, I think there's, there may be one for COVID already and stuff, but that would be a good,
No, there is one.
but it would be good.
Okay.
I think what, you know, the more.
So you want all of those on there?
For flu and English and Spanish?
Okay, yep.
Yeah. let's have Candace
Ideally by
work
the end
on
of
that.
October, well, we're going November 2nd, so we're all set, it's just a few days.
And then,
Yeah, see, the RSV, they still aren't saying for adults, because it's not really available yet.
so, then Candace should make a note that that should be
Infants, we need
reviewed in
premature-
January,
premature
to see
babies,
see
they
if it's
get
still
on that.
appropriate.
This one, yeah.
Could be possibly reviewed then.
It's not available yet.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yep.
So
Not
that we
around
keep
here.
whatever we do put in there on a timely manner, cause this is for this
We don't
fall.
want it to
We buy
stay.
1,000
We don't want it to
doses
stay
of
20 years from now.
And then it goes bad and it's hard.
Yeah, so I think, I would just simply want to put this information on a separate section on our website, or have Candace do it, where it's easily to pull up, as soon as you click on it, and then say January, possibly, she can pull it off, cause it's meant for this fall. And then hopefully whenever these kinds of things are provided in updates, then we just substitute the newest information onto that. That way we're staying current. I mean, it doesn't have to stay on there if it's way past the time frame. That's what I'm thinking. Another
There's a lot of
SOP.
people out there with really old COVID information on their sites. It's like, man, this stuff is not even relevant anymore.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right,
Put
exactly.
put a time frame
This is
for
where you get masks.
January 15th or something.
Mhm.
Who's doing that anymore?
Okay. All right, we didn't get to discuss last time that, Lori and Judy and I were at the field day and, had a table set up for free flu kits and free brochures and,
COVID test kits?
and COVID test kits, and they were all dispersed. All the flu kits were,
That's great.
Yes. Yeah, we had
and,
some COVID test kits left.
yeah, but
But-
it was a pretty full box.
Yeah.
A lot of COVID tests were passed out for free to the
Mhm.
community. People were appreciative to get the information in the small packets, flu kit packets.
And we encouraged everyone to get a flu shot of it. Yeah.
And it went very well. So I
Yeah,
just
it
wanted
did.
to follow up on,
Yeah. It was a good day.
stating that.
It was very windy.
Yes, it was a very
Everything
windy
kept blowing
day.
off the table.
But other than that, and it wasn't just seniors, it was
Yeah.
young families.
Yeah,
It
lots
was,
of
I'm gonna,
teachers came up.
I'm gonna give it to my son to have in his college room, the flu
Oh,
kits.
good idea.
And
Yeah.
everything. So
And
there was a
some people
variety.
picking it up for older parents or grandparents and yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
nice.
all mixed
Yeah.
as to who was actually gonna use them. And it was great. That
Yeah.
was really
Yeah.
great. So that was a
Yeah.
great idea that Judy had for these little flu kits and
Yeah.
for us to take the time to do that, so. Okay. Under new business recycling, we are, covering through the recycling, revolving account, covering the cost of a, dumpster at the DPW recycling area. It's a monthly maintenance fee right now. And right now we have enough money to cover that. I was hoping, I'm thinking I could get my head above water now. And I talked with Travis, about holding a metal recycling day, cause we own a metal recycling dumpster. We own two.
Yeah.
And have a day where we could, have people bring stuff in. Again, it's metal. If it's a desk that has a wood top on it, it would be wise for people to take the wood top off. And it's metal only. Bicycles are okay.
They don't have to take the tires off?
That, no, because
No.
they're usually, anyhow. So it would be for mixed metals, pipes, old tools.
But not
um,
like air conditioners, cause that has freon and stuff in it.
We cannot accept electric things like that that has, any liquids in it or anything like
Okay.
that.
Okay, so no
um,
like appliances or nothing?
Well, toasters, sure,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So like.
now, electronics like televisions and all of that,
Yeah.
there is a place in Gardner that'll
Gardner
take
does
them.
that, yeah.
It's
And
only
they
for,
do air conditioners too, right?
and they do air conditioners too.
Yeah, right
It
on the
would be-
corner there too,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
And so that would be appropriate to take somewhere else.
Yeah.
Old children's metal wagons, you know, there's odds and
I
ends.
think,
Pipes, pieces of
so like if it
trim
was
from a
in the
garage
rolls-
door opener that's, you know, off the bottom, trim sealer that's metal, you know, all kinds of varieties of metal are acceptable.
It's like kitchen pans that people are getting rid of,
Oh,
like
yeah.
if they warp or, you know what I'm saying, like at the
Mhm.
bottom.
As
it
long
warps.
as they're metal, not,
But it could be metal, but with a Teflon coating,
I
or
don't know.
we don't know.
I'll have to ask.
Okay.
So, I was, trying to coordinate it with DPW and us. And, he thought we could go into, early November. I suggested maybe a Thursday, like 12 to 4. Because they are staffed then, they could help us if the items were heavier, like a big old metal desk or an
I
old
mean, that
barbecue thing.
You might
Cuts out
get more
a
people on a
big-
Saturday.
Yeah, a big portion of.
Okay, if
'Cause
it's
people who are
if it's a
working-
Saturday, which is what the recycling used to be, it's all on us. It's not shared with DPW helping.
Could we, ask for volunteers?
So,
Are they, is that the only time they're open?
Hey, we're
Well,
volunteering,
they're open Monday through Thursday.
Come
Until
on,
4.
come on.
Till 3 or 4,
Come
yeah.
on down, join us
I
volunteers.
mean, it's better than nothing.
Well, it's just, I
Just
was
saying.
just
Help
trying
us
to.
help you.
Yes, just saying.
Well, that's,
We could ask for volunteers, right?
Sure.
Doesn't mean they would have to come help us, but we
Right.
could ask.
so, think about between now and the next meeting, of the first couple Saturdays in November, or not the first Thursday in November, because
No.
we have a flu
Yes, we do.
COVID
We have a
clinic.
I was thinking
The
of
clinic.
that, and you said-
But we're not, you know, or even a Wednesday, you know, whatever. I was
I'm just figuring a lot of people are working and wouldn't be out of work between those hours.
Mhm.
So
and we
they-
can't go real late because it gets dark.
Yeah, exactly.
And I understand that. I'm,
Well,
so we'll think about it
okay.
and think about those Saturdays as well.
Okay.
Like
Well,
9
one
to,
of them is Veterans Day.
ooh,
Oh, really?
yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
the 11th is on
Is
a
a Saturday?
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
And then you're gonna run into it's gonna get cold.
Yes,
well, if the second is a Thursday,
the 4th.
I'm away the
Possibly.
4th, but.
I might as well just get it done, get it over with, right? Let's go for the 4th and just be busy
Is
for a
it
few days.
realistic to have, like, are people really going to be there to help though?
You mean
One of the things,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah.
it does have a,
Like, we can't really commit till a Saturday.
Well,
unless
what does
we-
this dumpster look like? Like, does it have a side opening or is
Yes.
it all
Oh, so you
pegged in
can
the
like,
top?
oh, you don't have to like lift up. like,
Okay.
No.
Well, we.
no, you don't have to, but some items, even grills, old-fashioned grills
But I'm
and
figure
stuff
if people are
But if you
getting it,
found
and it,
something, if it was something like that, couldn't it be left outside and then
Yes.
maybe Travis and them could put it in
Right.
after?
And when
And
they
s-
get
yeah,
there.
that's a good point. And we could leave it sit outside if we can't really
yeah.
do anything other than take it
Yeah,
off
if
the
they don't-
vehicle
If they
that
don't wanna
drops
join
it off.
us on that Saturday, then.
with a
Well,
box of Joe.
Then, yes, we'll bring coffee and donuts for them, okay, that's a big.
I am away that weekend. I
Munchkins.
will not be there. That Saturday.
Sure, be that way. I don't
Something
know.
like 9 to 12, possibly on November 4th.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
possible date.
All right, let me just look at my calendar while I'm throwing out
It was
November
the
4th
4th.
and then watch, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's the
Well, I could get,
Then we
I
have
could
the
get there
11th.
at 10:30.
Oh, no, I can't, then after
Am
that
I
it
a
gets
horrible
too
human
cold.
being?
I just think, yeah, I think it's gonna be too cold.
Yes,
How about 10 to 1?
sure,
'Cause
10 to 1.
I can't get there till 10:30.
that's fine,
Looking at my calendar.
that
Okay.
sounds fine.
Okay.
We'll shoot for possibly November 4th, Saturday, 10 to 1, free recycling of metals.
Metal. Okay.
Just metals.
We'll have to advertise for that too.
Yeah. Well, I'll check back and,
So maybe with all the things we're doing for the vaccine clinic at the same time, tell them to, hey, put them both on?
we'll see. Wait,
Oh, we
let's
still
let-
have to firm that one up.
I need to
Okay.
firm it up to make sure.
Getting ahead of
Or
us.
it's gonna help.
I'm getting ahead of us, yeah, sorry.
I probably would be fine.
Yeah. Look at us.
Yeah, what happens if we
Moving,
get
shaking,
away?
things
movers,
happening,
shakers,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it's a huge
This is a
dumpster.
happening place, this
Oh,
trying to
it's
help.
as big as this room.
That's right.
Oh.
It's a real long one.
We're good.
Oh.
It's a huge one.
Oh, okay,
It's not a little one, it's a huge dumpster. I doubt we'll fill it in one
okay,
day.
okay.
Is there anything in it right now?
That's what I was asking,
A
if you
little
get
bit,
more
as far
metal
as I
than you do
know.
container.
When
You
they
know,
see
it's-
stuff, they
I
put
guess
it
we
in,
leave it
right?
on
They
the
can-
Yes, they
outside,
do.
and then once they go dump it, and we just start filling it again with all the stuffing.
Yeah.
If sitting out, it's not gonna matter, right?
No,
Right.
no.
Yeah, and then we'll be able to keep that supply of money coming in.
Mhm.
I would like to do metal recycling like twice a year,
Mhm.
Okay.
so.
Do people come to these metal recycling days? Like,
They did in the past
Yeah.
when we had the recycling center open a few months during the year. But I don't think we're going back to what we used to do.
Yeah.
Because there's some issues with, and more regulations in regards to collecting oil, and you can't collect mattresses anymore. They have to be recycled a totally different way than the
Mhm.
way they used to be. So a lot of that kind of stuff, is no longer reasonable for our small town.
Mhm.
There has been, Nate told me there has been discussion about a regional recycling center, and I'm not sure where that's headed.
Mhm.
That's a good idea.
I
And you have
have,
lots of little towns, I think that
Yes,
regional
and-
stuff, it
Right.
just makes so
Very
much
helpful.
sense.
Yep.
yeah, and, I personally don't think, this is my personal opinion, not any Board of Health, that the area of space that we have to use in Hubbardston is not adequate for a regional site.
Yeah.
I have no idea where they were general beginning discussions, and he was handling it, and I haven't heard anything else, so I don't know where it has gone or hasn't gone. So, but then, on the upside, we can do our own small metal recycling and keep that flow of income for the town, for the special dumpster that we have, that is needed by DPW sometimes.
Should we market it as donation? Because don't people know that they can take their metal someplace and make money?
Not everybody does, and it's not easy. There aren't that many places that take it. Sometimes people don't wanna go to some of those locations.
So we can't just leave the dumpster like accessible to people when they want to get rid of their metal? We have to have like
no.
a day?
Because that area, just like every other area that is public property, is closed at
Blocked
certain
off.
times.
Okay.
And,
So like you couldn't say,
and
oh, it's
there's,
open on every other Saturday from this
Not
to this and just
without-
let people go and
no,
dump their stuff?
because, no. That's an unreliable method, is basically all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
Would we need somebody from DPW to be there?
No.
No, okay.
I was just trying to coordinate
Yeah,
efforts, that's all.
but they don't mind if we're there.
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
Not at all.
They may wanna come.
Coffee.
Sorry. You know, in Canada, they have no bags, they don't give you bags for your groceries or anything. We went to a Walmart up there once to grab something
were
real
kidding.
fast, coffee cream, and then we went, yeah, no bags. It's like a, yeah, sorry, you didn't bring your little
Oh, you
bag.
have to bring in your totes.
Yeah, they do not give you any kind of bags in Canada. I'm like,
Wow.
okay, good thing we only had like 2 or 3 items. Like,
And, well,
okay.
different states are already doing that, some
Yeah.
parts of New York State.
I'm like,
You're paying
wow.
a bag fee now to get bags.
Yeah, but you couldn't even buy them. It's like
They
they
just
just
were not
don't
there.
have them, like,
Yeah.
they don't
Yeah,
want
they
them
usually
anymore.
sell them for like 10 cents a
Yeah.
piece or whatever, or it depends on what kind of bag it
Yeah.
is, but.
No bags for you.
Anyways, yeah. All right, under complaints, we have received 1 or 2 cannabis? One cannabis complaint, okay. All right. Okay, and we'll look into this. All right, I'm putting it in this pile.
Okay.
Do we
How's
have
it
to
done?
remove the unexpected subjects now? Should that be taken off the agenda after what the meeting we went to with the
No.
lawyer? Oh,
That's okay.
okay.
I had further discussion with the lawyer, and it is okay to leave unexpected subjects on as a topic.
Okay.
So, all right, turnovers warrants for approval.
That's just
That's
this
it, right?
one.
Nobody
So
else
this
has
is-
any other other things? Okay.
So this is just the two
Right.
reimbursed them, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's-
so, when the DPW got their replacement for Mr. O'Donnell, they paid for a couple months' worth of, the dumpster. And we are going to reimburse them from our revolving account. We got the right account? Okay.
So it's just going from one account to another, so we don't have to actually
Build,
do anything.
yeah, and the bills are attached here.
And Kelly marked them too, so.
Okay. And they're, yeah, just so you can see what's on, and
Sorry, so we don't have to sign this?
I do,
You do. It says committee signatures, no?
sure.
Yeah, you should sign it.
That's true. You just go ahead and look at it. I apologize. I know I have to sign it. I always have to sign everything.
I don't know.
Sorry, Lori. I always
No.
have to sign everything.
Hey, you know
I
what,
just think
I
of it
just
that
live in
way.
a state of confusion and you guys just add to it. It's like, my brain is still on vacation.
Join the club.
My brain's just gone. I came back and I was like, what was I doing 2 weeks ago? What's going on? I don't know.
That's a nice feeling, actually.
I know, it was so nice. Oh, the Bay of Fundy, if you ever get up there, go see the Bay of Fundy at low tide.
Okay.
Phenomenal, phenomenal.
I'm
Why are
not-
the amounts different? Like, why is this 157 and these are 200 and something?
Because,
They also have they also have another dumpster.
Oh, okay.
so we're
it's just
paying a
portion.
portion and it's the same amount for each month.
Gotcha.
Okay.
We're paying for, they have,
They're paying for theirs.
and we're paying for the special one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm doing it again, aren't I? That's why I was looking at that.
You have a really cool bridge
Okay.
that goes from New Brunswick to
Alright.
Prince Edward's Island.
So I would like to, state that we plan on having our next meeting on Tuesday, October 24th at 7 p.m. here in the Slade Building. And just a reminder to anyone who sees this, on the 26th, Thursday, there's a special town meeting.
Oh, yeah.
I think we should all go to that as well. Has nothing to do with the Board of Health, however, just a reminder. And
Yeah, I haven't looked at the
so,
warrant yet, but I was gonna.
therefore, I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:29 p.m. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.